Well, happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight for another episode of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. My name is Robbin. I'll be your fabulous hostess with the mostest. I hope everybody is having a good day. And if you're local in the DFW area, I hope that you guys are staying warm. This weather has been a hot ghetto mess for the past week. I think we have experienced all four seasons, if not three, this entire week. So I pray that everyone is doing well. And we are at the home stretch of this weather, and we just need spring weather, tropical weather. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for rocking with me tonight for episode number 19. Before I go any further, if you're new to this podcast, this community, or if you've been coming and watching every second and fourth Thursday, or if you've been watching the Power Team platform, we thank you for watching and supporting. But before I go any further, this is an interactive podcast. So first and foremost, what you're going to do, if you're on Facebook right now, you're going to share. So share this live right now, or share the replay. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you type in the comments, #Mamaprenuer, okay? I do a drawing every show, so make sure that, if you want to get you some goodies, you have to make sure that you have shared tonight's live broadcast or the replay. So share the live and type #Mamaprenuer. If you have any entrepreneur friends, share this with them, okay? That's YouTube, whatever platform that you're watching or listening from, okay? This podcast and all Power Team podcasts are played live on Facebook and YouTube at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the audio version is played on Spotify and Anchor and those guys. I hope we get on Apple soon. That'd be thebomb.com. If we can get to Apple Podcasts to a much broader market. And also, I love to network and connect with other entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur in the audience, and if you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, whatever, make sure you tag your business, your link to your website, link to your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, TikTok. Everybody got all kind of business pages today. So make sure you're typing that in the comments, because you never know, your business may be a blessing to someone that's in the audience. You just never know. Okay. So lastly, I always like to give a kind of rundown on why this show, why I came up with the idea of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. Someone gave me a chance to showcase my business, which is our fearless leader. She'll be joining us here in a little bit, Miss Kesha, and we'll kind of shine a little light on her tonight, because she's just so fabulous and always so giving, and always giving people an opportunity. So wanted to shine a light on her tonight. So she'll be on shortly, but she gave me a chance, and here we are with this podcast. And I love to be able to not only promote my businesses, but to be able to shine a light on others and their platforms. Okay. So also, if you're a female entrepreneur and you have a business or wanting to start your business, make sure you join the Mamaprenuer Tribe, a group I started on Facebook last month. So we'll put that link in the comments. So you guys can join the tribe. I'm always doing, posting something encouraging. We're going to be having events and things later in the year. So you want to stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. So while you guys are in the audience networking and typing in your business name, if you are feeling something that I'm saying, or feeling something that Kesha, when she comes on, what she's saying, please chime in the comments. If you have a question, type it in the comments. Questions, comments, concerns, emotional outburst. Type it in the comments. Why not? No, just kidding on the emotional outburst part. So anyway, If you guys have been watching, I do affirmations every episode. I am a firm believer of affirmations and manifestation and speaking positive things into your life, over your life, and just watch God move because you've said it and you've put it out there. And just watch God move. So we have to get in habit of changing the way that we talk to ourselves. Okay. So this is no different for an entrepreneur in their business. Okay. So if you're into that kind of thing, get your pen, get your pad. This is going to be a very informal podcast tonight. We're going to be dropping some true gems tonight. So you guys stay tuned. And if you got a pen and paper, get ready, get ready, get ready. All right. So my first affirmation is, I will keep going, even if there are setbacks in my business. I will keep going, even if there's setbacks in my business. We got to keep it real sometimes. In business, it's not going to always be peachy keen. And so this is the time where you continuously speak positivity into your life and in your business, okay? All right. Next, I am following God's calling and purpose over my life. I am following God's calling and purpose over my life. All right. Next, I am covered by God as He works behind the scenes on my behalf. I am covered by God as He works behind the scenes on my behalf. All right. Everything that I need will be provided to me at the right appointed time and place. Everything I need will be provided to me at the right appointed time and place. All right. I am walking into the healthiest version of myself. I am walking into the healthiest version of myself. My talents are allowing me to live the life that I desire. My talents are allowing me to live the life that I desire. Okay. I create peace, happiness, and joy in my life through my actions. I create peace, happiness, and joy in my life through my actions. Okay. This next one, I almost hollered when I wrote it down. The next two, okay. I effortlessly attract wealth, success, and abundance. Say that again. I effortlessly attract wealth, success, and abundance. Okay. And last but not least, hold on to your edges and lace front. Okay. And braids in this case. I am allowed to say no to others and to say yes to myself. I am allowed to say no to others and say yes to myself. And I wrote some hand clap emojis after it. That is all for the affirmations. I hope these inspired you, motivated you in some way. And I love doing these. I've been getting some pretty good feedback on the affirmations. So thank you for listening. Okay. So before I bring my special guest on, I have a few discussion topics in regards to entrepreneurship I want to kind of chime in on today before I bring our fearless leader, is what I like to call her, on. So first, it's questions that you would ask yourself before considering a life of entrepreneurship. So you haven't quite taken the steps, but it's something you're considering. So, of course, when you're doing that, you have to kind of, have a thought process along the way about what you want your business to look like and such. So just a few questions that you kind of ask yourself or kind of consider before starting your own business, whatever that business is, okay? First, what's your why in your business? Why do you want to start the business? What is the purpose of why you want to start your business, or whatever that business is, whatever that target area? You have to know what your why is. You can't just be starting a business, all willy-nilly, and you ain't got no direction, no nothing, no plan, no nothing, okay? If you're still kind of not sure, think about, what are you really good at? Everyone has a talent that right now they can go make some money. Me, I've been a hairstylist almost 24 years. If I need to make some money real quick, guess what? I can make money with my hands. We can go do some haircuts. We can go do some fades. We can go do some facials. We can do some lashes. Everyone has a God-given talent that they can make them a little money real quick. Or everybody has that passion, whatever that passion is, okay? So what are you really good at? Okay. Next, have you researched that prospective business? Everyone should do some type of research on the line of work that you're wanting to start your business. If you want to franchise a Chick-fil-A, you better do some research on that thing. That thing expensive. I looked. But you want to do research. If you want to open up your own cookie business, well, you need to know, and whoever that is, y'all call me. I like sweets. But you want to research your demographic, the area, how profitable that will be. Okay. So do your research on your prospective business that you would like to start. Okay. What is unique about your business? What makes you stand out? Because let me tell you something, hair, especially, hair is so saturated. Hair is so saturated. There's 50 million hairstylists in town, okay? But what makes you stand out? People like coming to me because I do multiple services. So some folks can come in and get 2, 3 services in one visit if they need to. Some people have their specific specialty, and that's what they choose to focus on. Whatever that is, you have to show that when you're getting out there to promote your business, what makes you unique. These big brands, Chick-fil-A, I like to throw Chick-fil-A out there because Chick-fil-A, they got great customer service. That stands out. That makes them unique. Chick-fil-A, especially if you got the app. Chick-fil-A always giving out free stuff. Who like free stuff? Everybody. Everybody likes something free. So most companies, what can you offer? Again, what makes you stand out? What makes you unique from other businesses, from that other cookie business, for that other hardware store? We're just bringing it old school. Hardware store, whatever. What makes you stand out? Okay. All righty. What strategies do you have to market your business? You got to write out a business plan and a marketing plan to get that thing rolling. So, how do you get that out there? Because I tell people, no one's going to knock on your door. Be like, hey, I want some of your business. You have to be able to put it out there. And the cool part now with social media, you can promote your business anywhere, from sitting at home, sitting in your car. You can promote it anywhere, your business, because there's so many platforms today. Even if you don't have an email list, you can still promote your business on so many platforms. And it's going to reach someone the more consistent you do it. So that's why I try to post consistently for my businesses on my end, because how they gonna know about me if I don't put myself out there every day? Okay. How do you build that successful customer base? I just touched on it a little bit a minute ago. Who's your target audience? Who would this business benefit? That's the first thing you got to really think about before going any further, because you can have a lot of watchers, but not a lot of buyers. So you got to make sure what that target audience is. You can have 10,000 followers on Instagram. That ain't going to do jack for you if they ain't buying. So you have to determine what that target customer base is going to be. Is it going to be women from the ages 25 to 30 or whatever, men 18 to 36, whatever, and be specific on what that target audience is going to be, and that all goes into doing your research on that line of business. They tie in together. Okay. And lastly, because you can't have a business without money, how are you going to raise capital for your business? Money for your business. Now, granted, you can start a business with a little something, but to be able to keep that business going, and before you start seeing a profit, you still have to have some money to get started. And there's so many programs and stuff now to just help you out with your businesses. And we got somebody coming on later to talk about grants and things, funding for your businesses. And I can't wait to introduce you guys to her. But she comes with a lot of knowledge. Okay. So that's a little something I wanted to talk about as far as my listeners who are contemplating starting a business and don't know quite kind of the steps to get started. Okay. We all had to learn as we go. No one, especially starting out, no one knew everything there was about starting a business. Everybody got some type of help, did some researching, did some Googling, did something. Okay. So those are the little tidbits that I wanted to chat about with that. Okay. Next, something I know quite a bit of people are in right now and have been since kind of the pandemic started. And that's not just in their personal life, but professionally, business-wise and such. Are you in a season of burnout? Burnout could be, a lot of things. I did a search on what burnout means exactly. It says burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and or mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Okay. I can tell you something. The past, like I said, since the pandemic has started, so we're going on next month will be 2 years, guys. We've been dealing with this crap, and it don't look like it's going nowhere. They just coming up with new variants. I heard another crazy name a couple of days ago for some new variant they trying to have, girl. Anyway, but this pandemic has stressed out a lot of people, including entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs were stressed to the game, especially when COVID first started. They had us all shelter in place and such, and people didn't know what they were going to do with their businesses. And this also can go for if you're a mom and you do a lot, single mom, or if you're married, you can experience burnout there. You can experience burnout if you're in ministry at church, or if you go to a church and they want you to be in all 9,222 ministries, you can get burned out there. Adding so much on your plate can cause burnout. A lot of folks don't talk about it. They'll just be functioning with it. So go about their business and, behind the scenes, They are drained. They're overwhelmed. Okay. Um, so here's some signs of burnout. Okay. Sense of failure and self-doubt, feeling helpless and defeated, detachment from the world alone, loss of motivation. It happens. Just a negative outlook on life, and decreased satisfaction and sense of accomplishment. The last two really tie in, especially into business, with burnout. And it ties into the next topic, which is how are you managing your time as an entrepreneur? Excuse me. Time management is key as far as being an entrepreneur. Again, as women especially, we wear a lot of hats. We mama, pastor, what else? Mama, pastor, we the boss. We do so much. We're leading it, whether that's at work, whether that's at church. We do a lot. And a lot of times, us as moms and business owners and such, we tend to take care of everyone else and not ourselves. Okay. So, just got a few little tips about more time management to avoid burnout. Because again, you keep adding to that plate, the more burnout you're going to have, the more overwhelm you're going to have. That's as an entrepreneur, and that's just in your personal daily lives, So, first, what's your morning routine? As an entrepreneur, it's always good to have a morning routine, whatever that looks like. Your devotion time, if you're into that. I know some people that do their to-do list for the day. Some do it the day before. Some do it first thing in the morning. Or if they're exercising, are you adding that, to your morning routine, or you do it later, in the day. But it's always good to have a morning routine of some sorts to help you go about your day. Because if you're just getting up and going and you just in all these directions, you're going to lose your mind at some point. You're going to feel overwhelmed. Okay. And this is the person that's talking to you who does a lot. And I had to learn time management because we only got 24 hours in the day. I'm pretty sure if we had more hours in the day, we'd still be trying to find something to occupy that 25th hour or 26th hour, So breaking down your goals into bite-sized pieces, whether that's, again, writing out your to-do list for the day, or if you're doing something monthly, you want to write down your goals monthly. I say narrow that down to about 2-3 goals a month. I know people, we do our vision boards. I know I'm notorious. I'm a planner. That's just by nature. So planner by nature. We do a good vision board every year. But you would go nuts sitting there trying to look at that vision board like, oh, Lord, okay, we're going to knock out all 29 things on this vision board. We're going to knock it out all by January 31st. You just did the vision board January 1st. Break that thing down into about 2 to 3, no more than 4 goals a month. And you're able to see things you can kind of check things off that list or off that vision board, or if you write it in your journal or whatever, you're able to write it down. That's me. I'm the write it down and the board person. So I love to go back and reflect at the end of the year, and I can actually see like, okay, yeah, we did this. Yeah, we even did that. Or even the unexpected things I'm actually able to go back and do. Or if there's goals for your business, hey, I want to hit $10,000 in March. Okay, you still have to break that down. You can't sit there and be like, I'm going to do $10,000 a month, and you just, you're not sure on how you're going to get there. You still have to break that thing down. Or I want to go back to school and get my degree. Okay, you still have to break that down. Or I want to get this additional license. Okay, you still have to break that goal down. And again, as women, we are multitaskers. So we like, all right, I got it. I can do this. I can do that. And we can still, still make it home for dinner. We can do all these things. And then we get to a point where we are depleted and we're not our best selves for ourselves and for our family, especially if you're a mom. Also, prioritize the time for the most important things in your business first. So if you're doing your to-do list, your daily to-do list, your weekly list, monthly, quarterly, whatever, make sure you prioritize the things that you have to knock out for your business and still break those things down. Again, you can't knock all 50 things out in 1 month. Like February, I'm going to knock out all 10 things on my to-do list. February got 28 days, maybe 29 if it's a leap year. And then you still have to do everything else in between. So it's always good to break that down. I had to say that part because that was me at one point. So, and lastly, practicing, and it all ties together, practicing work-life balance. With goal setting and still being able to practice that self-care. Self-care is important, y'all, especially as a business owner. If you don't, your body will sit your butt down for you and you may end up in the hospital or you may be in bed, down because you stressed, and being stressed can put you down. I know firsthand. So can have your butt in the ER and you're like, okay, now how did we get here? Because we're trying to do so much as business owners. So you got to be able to run your business, but you got to take care of you in the process. Okay. So just a little something I want to bring your way, and hopefully this encouraged you guys and inspired you guys. Okay. Also, before I bring Kesha on, she's about to come on. March 26th, I talked about it on the last show. I'm talking about it tonight. Participating in an event called the Big D Climb. It's a climb that I do every year in my honor for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. It's an event, it's a stair climb. So it's 70 flights. I know that scares people away. But if you bout it, and you want to come do the 70 with me, they give us In-N-Out at the end, In-N-Out burger. You may not like In-N-Out burger like that, but after going up that many flights, you hungry. You want the first thing that's around, okay? So, but it's a really cool, fun event. They do little tributes on each flight for whoever they're honoring. So if the person passed away or if the person is still around, you would see that on each floor. And so that keeps you encouraged. So if you want to come in and join my Team Robbin's Divas, the link is in the chat. Please join. If you want to come or if you want to just donate and support, please do. I have a goal I like to hit every year. So I hope that you guys will support Team Robbin's Divas. Also, quick shout out to my previous guest, Nikita Ferguson. Nikita got so much love. I got so many texts and phone calls and DMs about her story, about our stories. Actually, we shared our stories on a previous episode, and she and myself, turns out we inspired quite a bit of people just sharing our stories. Don't be afraid to share your story, whatever that story is. You just never know how much your story can bless others. And I was just doing it because we were coming up on my anniversary of my stuff and just wanted to bring her on and promote her nonprofit. And man, didn't realize we were inspiring so many people, and people were in tears, they say. So I'm always appreciative to you guys that watch and support the platform, but shouts out to Nikita. She was such an inspiration. So, all right, guys, we are going to add the fabulous Kesha Newman. She's going to come on. She's going to shine a light on Reels, y'all. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, you see Reels. Reels are everywhere. So
Yes.
I like to call her the real queen. So I'm gonna call her the SME. She has become the SME subject matter expert on reels. And so I wanted to bring her on tonight to kind of shine a light on reels. But before we go into that, Kesha, again, I'm thanking you publicly. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the opportunity. I mean, we're coming up on a year in April of doing this show. Thank you. So,
Oh my gosh, you are so welcome. I see Sheila out there. Hey girl, hey. Um, First off, it is an honor to be here on the Mamaprenuer podcast. You know, I always give you your props when I get the opportunity to watch all of the women that you have and you showcase and you shine a spotlight on them. So I'll be behind the stage, you know, working some magic, but it's an honor to be here tonight. So for those of you guys who don't know who I am the CEO and the founder of the Power Team platform. I go by the name of Kesha Kesh. I have actually, this year will make 2 years for me to be running this actual platform. And I've experienced a lot. I've learned a lot. So I'm still enjoying what it is that I do. I love the fact that we can come in contact with so many different people. We can help so many different people. So this is something that's very, very it was on my list. This was a journey that I can say was set for me. I know we have a lot of things to talk about tonight, but I do want to say that I get all of your messages when you're asking about the reels. I do my best to try to give you all as much information as I have as well. You have to go back and catch the videos though, because there's so many people that message me. I find myself repeating. So that's why I do the videos, so that you can go back and rewind, rewatch. If you miss something, you can catch it. And I'll continue to do other videos as well, because I really like sharing the information with y'all. Because listen, it's a lot of money out here to be made, and it's easy money. We already on social media anyway, right?
yep.
So kind of just want to go over some basic things with you all, and then we'll get into some questions, or whatever you all have for me. I'll try my best to answer those, because some people may not even know what reels are. So let's just kind of start back a little bit. Reels is just a creative way to make videos to target like your audience, or expand yourself through a social media platform. It's kind of like TikTok. It's like all the different things you see on Instagram, but Facebook, they've just found a different way to showcase reels. So it's a video that you're making. It's not just you're going live and saying, hey, what y'all doing? Hey, girl, hey. You're actually making these videos and you're making content. So it's helping you expand your audience and grow outside of Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is that you use. Um, this came out a while back, and I want to say that it was an honor for me to actually be approached to, because I know a lot of people, they always say, well, why I don't see this or I don't see that. Well, what's happening is that you do have to, it's like exclusive. You have to be selected, but it's really not hard to get selected. But I want to encourage you to start now. How it kind of fell into my lap is because by default, I was already living my dream. I was already doing what I needed to do to create content. So when they targeted me, they're like, she already got content. What was that content? I was doing podcasting. So of course my page was eligible because I had enough content that I was always building and creating. I had enough traffic going through my pages, and they sent me a letter and said that we want to invite you to make this money, and these are the things that you need to do. They instructed me on turning my page into a business, like a creator's page. Now I want to share this with y'all, and I'm gonna be, because we family, right, Robbin?
Yeah.
We can share.
We can keep it
We
all
can
the
keep
way
it,
real.
all right, let's keep it. Let's keep it that way. Because listen, for those of you, if you got those pages out there, because I want you to put your CEO or your, whoever you would be if you were Mark. Put yourself in his shoes, the owner of this platform, and say, you know, who would I be looking for? If your name is longer than Highway 30, and it's saying, your name is Quiba, Akuna Matata, like those, you got to set yourself up for success. Start getting into the mindset of somebody may be looking at me, somebody may be targeting me. So you got to get your name and stuff right. You got to make it attractive. You got to get into the world of somebody always watching. So you do have to make your page a creator's page, because what Mark is saying is that I need all of my creators to be in uniform. I need for people to identify my people that are on here creating content and that they need to be following. You're a leader now by default. Okay. So once you start doing that, everything starts to separate. I'm not saying there's some people that's saying right now, oh, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I came to Facebook for. That's not my goal. I don't care about reels. I don't care about podcasting. I don't care about content. That's all fine. But what's going to happen is that he's going to separate you from the people that does, because that is what his platform is. Those of you that have not done your research, you will find Facebook is not Facebook anymore. It's called Meta.
Meta, child, whatever the metaverse.
That's what it is. Meta actually means beyond, and it means that there's always more to build. I researched it. That's exactly what meta means. So to me, that's a whole different ball game from Facebook, because Facebook was you just, reading other people's posts, commenting on people's posts. He's saying, no, I need some real creators out here. And guess how much money they got? They got $1 billion. They have $1 billion that they're spreading across these platforms to pay creators. And it has not stopped there. Just effective like a day or two ago, this has now opened up to other countries, like over 150 countries. So what's the purpose behind that, you may ask? The purpose behind that is that they're feeding you the people. This isn't the normal of people going sending you a friend request saying, hey, could I be your friend on Facebook? Because your creator page has to be a public open page, because they have to be able to drive the traffic to you to get the things that you need to be successful in making these reels. So it's a little bit different. A lot of people ask about the payouts. And I seen some people that was they were like, well, I didn't get my money. I was supposed to get my money. One thing that you would have to know is that they will roll your money over into the next month if you don't hit that $100 amount. So if you come short of $90 or, for making your content, it's not that they haven't paid you your money. They want you to unlock at least $100 to get that payout for that time frame. And if you don't, they'll just calculate that money and they'll roll that money into your next bonus that's set for you. Now, another question that, people may need to know, because you know how we try to say, well, my sister, my brother, my cousin, they did this or they got that. Everybody is going to get a different offer. And this could be built on your audience. This could be built on the content that you've already have set. This could be how active you are on social media. You don't get the same offer. They may start you out as offering you a $200 bonus, $300 bonus, a $500 bonus, a $800 bonus. So your goal within that 30 days is to try to capitalize on what eligible bonus is set for you. Your cousin may be doing a whole lot of content. You may just be on here once every blue moon. So the offer is going to be different. But again, for those, if you have not got a letter, if you have not checked your settings to see if it's eligible, if you don't see the little reel button at the top, continue to create content. Put yourself out there, make yourself attractive. Like, for example, Robbin, I'm gonna ask you and whomever else who want to chime in.
Okay.
Think about it from the owner of this platform's perspective. It's kind of like how I always hear you and Sheila say, how they be watching. What's the term y'all always say?
Don't be peeking and not speaking, because y'all be
doing
that.
Peeking and not speaking. Could you imagine how many fake accounts are set up on Facebook because you watching and sneaking and probably doing stuff you ain't got no business because you incognito, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If this was my platform and I ran it, I would really want to know, as the owner of Facebook, why are these people here? Like, what is your purpose of being here? Right. And
Yes.
once I found out your purpose, then I got to make sure you're sitting in the right section. And then it started to make sense to me. Because at first I was like, Mark tripping. Like, a lot of people's like, I'm going to have to find me another platform. I'm getting put in Facebook jail. I'm getting put in this. But Robbin, if the shoe was on your foot, and you imagine how many Facebook friends you have or how many followers you have, what would be your question to all these people that's here? Like, how would you want your platform to be ran?
Like, what drove you to come here? That'd be the first thing that come to mind. Like, how you get here?
Because some of them don't say nothing.
No, that's my point. Like, okay, like how you get here? Okay, sis, if you're not gonna say nothing, you just gonna watch every show, don't say nothing. You gonna be
some
in every
pages
story,
don't even have pictures on them.
every story.
They have no pictures, nothing.
Yeah. And in your stories, I can tell if you're watching from the door. So you in my stories, I know you in them.
Right.
So also, she touched on something a minute ago as far as being considered a content creator and such. What I learned from you was the amount of followers.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have so many followers to be able to get paid for the reels. Am I correct?
Now that's for Instagram.
My followers wasn't at the point at the time we talked.
That's for Instagram. Remember, you can double dip because Instagram is paying for this, Twitter is paying for this. You have to, every different platform have different requirements. You don't have to have a certain amount of followers on Facebook for the real money.
Good to know.
You don't have to have that.
Tonight. So okay.
No, you don't have to. They're actually selecting people. Robbin, you're very active on Facebook. They're looking for people because you got to remember, they're going to send you people. Yep. The people that follow me on the reels, I don't know those people. They're not my Facebook friends. They got them in a separate category than they have my Facebook friends. So when I see these followers and they're commenting on my reels, I'm like, and then I'll go look, I'm like, oh, they sending me people. And the good thing about it is what I learned today. This is the whole thing about it. That's the reason that they've now expanded to different countries and stuff, because they're trying to drive more traffic to you. Sometimes when they, unlock these bonuses and things like that, I don't know if you get those little notifications and they'll say, this is not eligible in this country or that country, or it's just these little notes and things that pop up, but it's stopping you from driving traffic to your page. That is no longer going to take effect. So you don't have to worry about that. I also want to touch on the benefits of what's happening right now. If you are already capitalizing on the reels and making money, they're going to double the money. I don't know what your bonus is like. I know everybody's bonus is different. They have dropped these nuggets within the last 2 days that they're going to be doubling down on the reels. Not only that, y'all, I'm going to be honest, we winning right now. So if you're not in the game, it's time to get in. They're actually letting us keep all the money. You know how some platforms, they'll take a percentage out, even like these PayPal, Cash, all those people, they'll take a percentage out of something.
They say we're gonna get
there. Like, let me get that. You come here. Let me get that. But with the real money, you're right now able to keep all the money. But I did read today that effective 2023, they're gonna start tapping into your money. So capitalize right now while you can keep 100% of your money that you're earning here. What else did I want to share with you guys? I wanted to just say one other perk that they do have, and this is like, I'm like, oh man, I'm excited about this. Because the reels were actually separate when it came to different content. Because, I see people uploading their TikToks, but they're not uploading their TikToks as a reel. It's just a TikTok, which is cool because you are getting your content out there. You're getting your content, but you're not getting paid off of that TikTok as a TikTok. You're only going to get paid for the reel because Facebook They're not paying for TikToks. They're paying for reels. But once you continue to get all that content in here, that's when they're going to send you that letter and you go change your settings and you're able to monetize. You'll see dollar signs everywhere. That's when you know that you're there. And again, you don't have to have a large following to do this. You just have to be active on here. But what they're doing now is they're now allowing us to monetize on our live broadcasts. Okay. So what we're doing right now, yes. So it's kind of like plugging in content that you already do and you're set to do right now, like podcasting, and it's live streams. You can now use that, and that's going to be added to the bonus plan of just like the reels are. So y'all already know I'm about to be 3-4 ways trying to get paid. But it is very, very good. It's easy money. You're on social media anyways. I would just ask yourself and think about it a little while so you can kind of get your stuff together. Like, why are you here? Like, what is your purpose of being on Facebook? What's your purpose of being on here? Is it just to read motivational quotes? Is it just to look at other people's pictures? Is it just to figure out what's happening today? Like, what's the talk? Because you're gonna have to eventually decide what side you're gonna be on.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
What I like about the Reels process, and that's Facebook and Instagram. You touched on it a minute ago about it bringing new people to you. So, for instance, Instagram, I did a reel. And it was just a reel promoting the show, like the show was coming on that night. 3,337 people saw the reel as it being a reel. Before, I was doing it as just a video on my page where it can transfer between Facebook and Instagram and such. So I noticed a difference just of an engagement and traffic hitting my page. Just Instagram and, like you said, Facebook as well. But I don't think I've ever seen that many people on that have viewed a video. But in this case, I made it a reel.
The turnaround, it's quick.
Yeah, and quick, yes.
It's quick.
Very.
Yeah. But Robbin, you got it. And that's what I would like. I don't know if you all have got the surveys in your inbox, but I got a survey from Facebook a couple days ago, and they were asking me about what's more important. They were asking about likes. They were asking about in a messenger. They were asking about the things that just different way that you can show that you're interacting and engaging with people, because they're about to remove some of this stuff. I matched up so many videos, like a video or a post that I might post, and I might have 2 or 3 likes. But when I go and look at the engagement of that post, that means everybody looked at it. They just ain't showed me no love.
Yep.
You still about to get paid. And like those reels, I've posted reels that hit 1K within an hour or so. Nobody said nothing. Nobody know they peeking and not speaking, but they saw it. So that's why I'm so glad that I fall into that category as a creator, because I don't need your likes. I just need to know if you took a sneak and then speak.
Yeah, peeking and not speaking, child.
Yes.
My sister,
that's what I love.
She need to get that.
That's what I love about it. I love it. And they're gonna survey probably a couple of other people. They're gonna continue to survey because he's trying to get this stuff together, and I appreciate being a part of it because it's easy money. It's easy money.
Said, it's time to hop on it. This is the time.
This is the time
in the transition stages, because even though we still see it as Facebook, they're still operating as Meta.
Yeah,
whatever that entails. So
get on it, y'all. Jump on it.
Thank you, darling, for shedding that light.
Yeah, I'll make another video. I don't want to take up all the time to talk about the reels. I do want, if you all go back and watch the replay, you can drop your comments. And what I'll do is I'll go over those comments and read those comments. That way, when I make my part 2 of the video that I made last time, I'll know the information to share within that video that I'm going to prepare about the reels.
Thank you. Next topic I want to kind of shed a little light on with the fabulous Kesha. So since starting being a part of Power Team and having my own podcast, I get people all the time come and ask me, well, how did you get your podcast started? What did you have to do to get started? And cool part about it, I am under a platform of, with a person who's very knowledgeable. So she is going to give you the real, and a lot of people out there that want to start, want to have their own podcast. They know what they want to talk about. Some do, some don't, but they don't know where to start. So Kesha's platform is amazing. So I'm gonna plug that from the jump, and then she gonna go ahead and
Well,
tell
thank
you
you.
what it is to get started. If you want to start your own podcast, how do you get that started? What that looks like and such. But if you are considering having your own podcast, I will happily say join the power team. Why not? You watching us now? You see how it's going. All right, go.
Thank you so much. But you know what, Robbin, I get that a lot too. People are afraid. Sometimes people are afraid of change. They're afraid to try new stuff. But one thing I will tell you, and anybody that's ever been on this platform will tell you, I got you. If don't nobody else got you, baby, I got you. Because it's so much easier to onboard a person. I call it onboarding. If you come to this platform, I'm going to onboard you and give you all the tools and everything that you need to actually get your podcast started. And the beauty of it is that I develop all of the templates that you may need. I develop all of the things that you would need to send to your guests. I control everything behind the scene, and I'm already giving an audience to you that you didn't even have access to. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on the Power Team, we're on Twitch. I've seen a lot of people on here, and I want to give you kudos, Robbin. I've seen a lot of people on here tonight from Twitch. We're on Twitch, we're on Anchor. We're on all the Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the major platforms. We are there. So if you are in the
carry on, I'm just messing with you.
We almost we that's next coming up next. But it puts you in a welcoming area to where you don't feel like you're alone. You don't have to develop all this stuff by yourself, and you have people that's connected to you that will help you through the process. So I ain't trying to pop my own collar, but ain't nobody else platform right now touching the Power Team platform. And we got the best host in the city. I'm just keeping it real.
All right. we are, I popped my collar for you. You're like, yes. I love this platform. I'll be honest, I was scared as hell when she approached me about it, and I'm like, you got a person. Now, granted, I'm talking to Kesha because I know who she is. Now, Joe Blow from the street, I'm probably going to be nervous as hell talking to you because why? I don't know you from a can of paint. That surprised people when I say that I was scared to do the podcast in the beginning. I was scared, but I prayed about it before I gave her an answer. And I was like, all right, we're going to do it. So I pray before every episode to make sure that everything goes smoothly, that the words that I say ain't nothing crazy coming out because I don't have a filter at times. So we want to make sure and that everyone likes it. And so what I love that Kesha already had a platform, and with every show, the platform grows even more. My platform and hers, and even with their show on Wednesday nights, their platform is continuously growing. Bree's platform is continuously growing. So the more you do it, the more your platform is going to grow. So if you're out there and you have something that you want to, talk about on your podcast, reach out to Kesha. Reach out to me and I can pass it on. Whatever. Everybody, has a voice, and this is a great way to have your voice. Podcasting is where it's at, and you can actually grow your career from podcasting. I've seen it. I've done the research. Speaking of doing the research on the business, sister did the research before I told her, yeah. So that's what that's the light I can shed on that. So she's put the email address for Power Team on the chat. If you are interested in starting your own podcast on the Power Team platform, please reach out to Kesha. She is thebomb.com. So
thank you. Hit me up, y'all. I'm telling you, it sounds scary, but you will learn to love it. I look forward to doing my own shows. You know, the nights that myself and Dr. Real is on, it's soothing to me. I like to talk anyway, but to me, it's my passion. I get a chance to step away from all the other stuff that I'm doing. I'm helping people in the process, and it makes you feel really, really good about, you know, what you're doing. So I would
Especially
encourage you
when you
to.
get that feedback. When you get that feedback from others, because I can be hard on myself, be like, because I'm such a perfectionist by nature. So I'm like,
Mhm.
man, okay, I hope what I'm gonna discuss. So even tonight, I'm like, okay, Lord,
Yeah.
eh, I hope what I'm talking about tonight, I hope it's, going to motivate someone or inspire someone. And I've seen some feedback in the chat, so I love that, to see that
Yeah.
we're, actually making a difference, because that's what we're doing. Just with
Yeah.
this podcast alone, we're making a difference
Yep.
in people's lives, so very grateful for the opportunity. So as we wrap up, make sure that you guys are following the Power Team platform, so you can get all notifications on upcoming shows and such. Um, my show is every second and fourth Thursday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can watch the replay. If you're not able to watch live at 8 o'clock, you can watch the replay. So that's the cool part about that. You can listen to the audio only on other platforms. So again, she's everywhere and will be in space soon. Um, um, Also, I touched on the Big D climb. She posted the link if you want to donate to Robbin's Divas, or if you want to come and, hike steps with me. She posted the link in the comments, where you can do either or both, donate and climb with me. That's cool too. Again, they have a beer garden and In-N-Out Burger at the end, if that, encourages you in some shape, form, or capacity. I gotta say the food part, because that was me. That got me going, when I first started going back into eating.
Motivational. That's
I'm like,
motivation right
y'all
there.
got In-N-Out Burger. Great. I don't drink beer, but I'll go get a burger. Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Lastly, I want to plug a little bit about coming on to this podcast. So if you're an entrepreneur out there and you want to get more exposure for your business, you do not have to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I have people coming from Missouri later in the year, North Carolina coming on. So you do not have to be in the DFW area. Now, if you are, great, cool. If not, again, this platform has grown. So everybody not in Texas. So,
Right.
so if you are interested in coming on to the Mamaprenuer Podcast, please let myself or Kesha know, and I will be happy to have you on and showcase your business and showcase you. So please, shoot us a message. Also, again, if you're an female entrepreneur and you just need a little community, I started a Facebook group called the Mamaprenuer Tribe, which is growing fast, real fast. I was like, well, it's only been around since the beginning of January, and it's amazing to see the growth of the group. Kesha, thank you. I got another person. Y'all done invited everybody. I was like, I love it. Yes, invite. So yes, if you want that community as an entrepreneur, that you can come in and share. You can share your anything that you have going on in your business. I'm open to that. I don't mind you sharing your business, endeavors. If you have an event, whatever coming up, I don't mind doing that. I've been sharing people's stuff all week in the group. And I'm pretty sure they appreciate that. So Mamaprenuer Tribe, and make sure you like the Mamaprenuer Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I almost forgot. So
Yep.
Any final words before we wrap up, Sunshine?
No, I just want to kind of piggyback off of what you said as well. Just like Robbin was saying that to come on her podcast, you don't have to be in the DFW area. Same thing to host your show. As a host, you do not have to be in the DFW area. I've had hosts, two other hosts that were in a whole different state. So this thing is virtual. Again, it does still help you build so many different connections. So don't allow that to stop you from living your podcasting dream, if that's what your desire is to be, just because you're not local in the DFW area, because that does not matter.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for rocking with us tonight. That is the end of the show. I will see
Yeah.
you all in 2 weeks where we highlight more female entrepreneurs and their businesses. And you guys have a blessed and safe night. Thank you so much.
Peace.